And welcome in to Premier Sports Campus here at Lakewood Ranch for the Nike International Friendlies 2014 edition. And we're set for the early game today, England and Australia. This one will be essentially for third place, as both teams are sitting behind the United States and Brazil, who will play in the 6 o'clock game. Teams now taking the field here as this overcast day down in Lakewood Ranch, which is about an hour south of Tampa here on the Florida Gulf Coast. And it will be a bit dodgy with a little bit of the rain, but it's very light that we've seen. It is a windy, overcast day, but it is pleasant. It's in the 70s here as both Australia and England take the field. Both teams we mentioned, England coming off a very good result, drawing with Brazil in a last-second goal, even in that game at 2 just on Sunday. Australia gave the U.S. everything it could handle, with falling 2-1 eventually, taking a 1-0 lead early on, but eventually giving up the 2 goals, and the U.S. got the victory. We'll give you the starting lineups in just a second. The national anthems, though, coming up now, both for Australia and then England. God save the Queen for England. Handshakes abound right now as the Australia will move across to the referees and to England, giving you the Australian starting lineup today. He will be in net, will be James Delianov. He'll be number 18. He's back there. The other starters, Henry Davies. He wears number 3. Davies was ejected in the first game against Brazil, but he'll be back out there today. Zach Speth wears 5. Joe Coletti, the captain's armband, wears number 6. Daniel Azzani wears number 8. Panos Arminikas, number 9. Peter Kekaris, he'll wear number 11 and play up front. Danny Kim along the back, wears number 16. Nicholas Panetta, it'll be 17. Perry Fotokopoulos wears 20. And Costa Petratos will wear 23. They are coached by Tony Vidmar. And again, Australia with a 4-0 defeat to Brazil and a 2-1 defeat to the United States. Looking for a result here in their final one. England, after their photos taken, captains right now, and the captain's armband is Adam Phillips. He's wearing number 8. He had the game-tying goal in the last minute against Brazil. Joe Coletti will call the toss in the air, and he'll choose, and it will be England's choice of into the field, and from there. On goal will be Alfie Whiteman, who played the last game, played very well against Brazil. He'll wear 13. Teo Edun wears number 3. Cameron Humphreys Grant wears 6. Nathan Holland wears 7. As we mentioned, Adam Phillips, the captain, wearing number 8. Lucas Nmecha wears number 9. Marcus Edwards, he'll wear number 10. Kyron Stabana wears number 12. Esau Solomon, 16. Ike Ugbo wears 17. And Daniel Wright will wear number 20. Your referee in the center is Randall Kelly. The near sideline, Jose Da Silva. Chris Hutchison will be on the far side. Your fourth official will be Mark Allerton. So as I mentioned, England will defend the south goal. And wind has been a factor earlier in the week in the earlier games. It's really no different today. You don't really see the flags moving as much, but it might be a little bit gustier, given particularly where the clouds are moving across. So, but again, with the temperature in the mid-70s, should be a pleasant day. And if anything, the wind will be at the back of Australia here in the first half. Australia again wearing the yellow and socks and shirts and green shorts. England in the all-white, as Joe Coletti will look to try to play Peter Kekaris and sits England, but England's up to task here to start, and we're underway. Long ball and controlled. That's Nathan Holland who will go around the defender, but it's taken away now. Holland will come back with it, and into Phillips. And Mecha on the far side has it taken away from him, but Henry Wright will get it. He'll look in. Wright has been a bit of a spark plug for England, scoring the goal on night one against the United States, and a shot from distance by Issa Sullivan will go over the top. It'll be a goal kick. And Wright assisting on both goals against Brazil. Came on as a sub against the United States late and was buzzing around and got the goal. Good pressure by England's going to force Australia to get it out wide, but they find the open man. Sullivan will take it away, and his pass, though, goes to the Australian defender. Now Kekaris on the near side. He'll go against Teo Edun. Cut inside and on the left foot, a little shot, and it'll go off the hip of Cameron Humphreys Grant, and it'll be a corner kick for Australia. And Australia might have two guys out near. England doesn't send anyone out and turn it inside, and Azani, he's headed, plays it across, and the header goes over the crossbar. Australia cut England napping a little bit, but the header by Petratos will go over the bar. Open header, just didn't get on top of it. So Alfie Whiteman. There's Arnold. He'll switch it into Phillips. Phillips now looks and tries to get it across the field. He does. Long ball into Ugbo. A.K. Ugbo will have it go off and be a goal kick. Petratos in for Kekaris, who is running free down the sideline. Edun will come across and mark him up, and Edun will take it off him. He'll look for help. He'll just send it up towards midfield, and Mecha can't get there. It'll be Kim for Australia. Now Davies working with Coletti. Petratos, and again Coletti. Australia will look to switch the field. They do. And cleared out by the English. Both these teams looking for a first win here at the 2014 friendlies, although England did get the draw against Brazil, which pits the United States into a control their destiny, as does Brazil, but the U.S. can get away with a tie. Right now the U.S. with 6 points. Brazil has 4, England 1, and Australia with 0. Ugbo for England. And Suleiman will switch it up to Edun, and the wind carries it over. Edun just has to head it forward, but he works well with Arnold. And now Arnold is running in behind the defender. He'll get down towards the penalty area and into the box, but he's going to dribble just a little too far. Attempted tackle, maybe pushed it out a little bit. In defense, while Fotokopoulos may have been beat on it, it certainly kept Arnold from taking it around him. Make that Nathan Holland one more time. Here's Edun. Azani with a little space. Marked there by Phillips. Azani try and go. Phillips maybe a shirt tag, but he'll play on as he still has advantage. Now there's a Minikis. He's around the defender. Into the penalty area, he falls down. It's Nathan Holland. Dangerous pass, and it's taken away. Australia has an opportunity in by the defenders. And Marnikas back across the penalty area, nobody there. And Wright will bring it out, and he'll use Edwards. Send Mecha. Working with Suleiman. Edwards a little space. He'll play it out wide to Holland. Holland cuts it inside on his right foot. He'll look to shoot it. He shoots, and it's well hit, well struck, but it's at the hands and a well-held ball by Delianov, the Australian goalkeeper. Good work for Australia. Petratos, though, has it taken off by Humphrey Grant. Both these goalkeepers have started a game each for their countries here in the Nike Friendlies. Whiteman for England starting the last game. Delianov for Australia did start game one against Brazil. Both these keepers actually starting against Brazil. I'll take that back there, as Whiteman did start the first opener against the United States. It was Woolston who had the start last time. So both these game one starters for their countries. Still filling each other out 8 minutes into this one. Long ball over the top, but Edun will get there first, so it's going to go off him. It'll be a throw in Australia, right in front of the England bench. As we mentioned, the United States has won 2 of the last 3 Nike International Friendlies, looking to make it 3 of 4. The result goes in their favor tonight. And by favor, it's a win or a draw. Last year needing a win, where Brazil needed the win or draw, but the U.S. win last year 4-1 gave them the title. The two teams have faced off twice this year, with Brazil coming away victors both times, 2-0 back in August, and just a little over a week ago in Chile, 4-3. The U.S. came back from a 3-1 deficit and tied it up about the 86th minute, and then Brazil in stoppage time got the game winner. So the team's very familiar. Many of the same players made their way. And we'll get a free kick for Australia. In that dangerous position, about 20 yards out. get a look at the cut inside, and that's Azani, and Suleiman sticks his leg in, and Azani goes down and will earn the free kick. About 22 yards out, and it's going to be on the far side, just barely. Not quite the center of the field, but it's a very dangerous position for this free kick. Wall set just about the 12-yard line, 12-yard spot, but across there. Appears to be Azani on the ball with the right foot. It is Azani, and he goes right into the wall. Blocked and now chipped up and over as that opportunity by Panos Arminikes. Goes high. So dangerous opportunity, not much made of there for Australia. And now here's Ugbo with England trying to bring it the other way. He'll cut it back inside, looking for help. Back heels it to Marcus Edwards. Edwards now tries to go inside. Nice work here as Ugbo has it back on his foot. It was a nice touch by Nmecha. Now Ugbo twists, turns, and now shot, and he's going near post, and it's wide. Great individual work here by England on multiple people. Edwards with a nice touch, and Nmecha with a nice touch. Ugbo with some good skill, but as he came into the net, just inside the 6-yard box, puts it wide. And let's get a good look here at the replay as well, as you can see the touch, and he spins around, gets just inside the box, and as he comes down, Delianov makes himself big, covers the near post, and misses, does Ugbo on that near post. There's Nathan Holland. Edun on the overlapping run from inside. Kekaris runs back with him, but Edun's around him. He's into the penalty area, maybe pushed it too far. Both of them tackle, and it's going to go off of the Australian, and that's going to be a corner kick. There's a good look at the goalkeeper, Delianov, for Australia, who will be put to test here, as Nmecha will stand in front of him in front of the net, but England will play it short quickly. Holland now has on the right foot, back post, headed back, and it's off the crossbar. England had an opportunity. It was Nmecha who was retreating and just lobbed it up. It did go over the goalie, and it hit the crossbar, but England has it, and they're still coming back towards net. It's played into the box again. Again, Nmecha wins it. Headed up, and Suleiman gets it, and now Australia able to clear it out. And they'll dribble out towards midfield. Numbers coming their way, but that ball's going to go a little bit too far, intended for Petratos, and there'll be a throw-in for England. Coletti for Australia now. Over the head of Nmecha on the long ball. It will come back for Australia. A little bit of space for Arminikes, but he has it taken off his foot. Holland has it. Play on, says the ref, as Edwards has it now. A little bit of space for Wright. Wright is taken down. Free kick. Azani on the tackle. So look at that last English opportunity, or at least on the free kick here, as Wright had a step. Azani went down early and just the heel clipped him. There's the free kick, but back to action now as Cameron Humphreys-Grant has to run it down for England. Doesn't have a lot of help, so he'll play back to his goalie. Teo Edun. His pass intercepted by Davies. Each of these teams has had a player ejected in the Nike Friendlies, both of them while playing Brazil. Australia had Henry Davies in the first game. He's out there today. England's Trent Arnold was ejected in the last game and will not be eligible to play against the, well, he's not eligible to play here. That's what it is. Minikis for Australia. Out to Kakaris. And into Petratos. Zani from about the place he had the free kick. He'll play it out wide to Speth, and Speth's pass deflected off the English player. Will roll out, throw in right by the corner flag. And a nice ball. It's in Mecha now beyond the 3 defenders. He's into the penalty area. Cut it back on the left foot, shot and deflected. And it's controlled by Delianov for the keeper. So Australia turned it over and right about their 18, and England got a good counter opportunity, but not much on the shot. Long ball over the top. That's going to be Alfie Whiteman's ball, who comes outside his penalty area and just plays it over the sideline. Ball carried a little bit further, but not quite far enough to get into the goal box, or in the penalty area, that is. There's a Minikis with a little bit of space to turn. And Wright read that one. He'll intercept it. Go at the defender. Now played out to Nmecha. Cuts it inside on the left foot, now to Edwards, but doesn't get there. Davies will able to intercept that. Well, teams getting dangerously close, but then turning it over for each team. Just outside the offensive third. Again, Azani tried the hard pass, and it's intercepted. Now here's Holland. Holland will run at the defender. He's on Davies on him. Tries to get into the penalty area, stops it. A little bit of help, and he done first time, whips it across, but no one there. It's in too close to the keeper and controlled by Delianov. Look here at the last play, and that ball tried to bring it into about the 6. Instead, it went about 3 out, and it made it a nice, easy ball for the Australian keeper. Here's Delianov. Starts that action off here from his back to his back line. Now England on the far side. Can't control it from there, but it will go out for a throw in. It's played out by Australia. Holland will be called for the handball. His control hits that right hand as he brings it down. Edwards will work with Wright. Big tackle by Kim. That ball will squirt out to Azani for Australia. Everything in preparation for the 2015 World Cup to be played in Chile. That's going to be in October next year, as England will turn this one over. Some key dates here, particularly for the 17s, will be December 8th, so Monday. For the U.S., they'll get some CONCACAF qualifying information, what group they're in, as the draw will be held, to see where they play. 12 teams, so we'll all be in Honduras, will be the qualifying. That's going to be at the end of February in order for the World Cup. This ball in for Holland. Holland in behind the defense. He's into the penalty area on the left foot. He tries to cut it across, had Edwards going, but the deflection by Kim, who's chasing back. Ran himself out of an angle. We'll see if we can get an opportunity. This as England will have a corner kick. Edwards was open in the middle, and it appeared that Holland was trying to bring it back. Didn't actually go at goal. A little surprising considering he's about 8 yards out, but it was deflected out for a corner. So we'll look at Edwards here, who will do the left foot out swinging corner. Delianoff calls for it. It's headed out by Australia. Played back into the penalty area. Ugbo's back there on the back post. Won't get to him. Ramazan Mecha is back there, and it's now cleared out by Australia. Now Edun. Teo's first touch not good, and it's taken away by Kekaris. But Edun able to recover. Now Cameron Humphreys-Grant will run it down for England. I mentioned the under-17s qualifying, or at least qualifying, but the draw to be held on Monday is that through ball intercepted by Suleiman. But he'll turn it over, and now Australia maybe with another opportunity. That's the big date for the under-17s, but the women, the U.S. women for the actual World Cup will get that qualifying draw as a throw in here for Australia. That will be coming out on Saturday. We'll see what groups the women are placed as that World Cup held next summer in Canada. Here's Fotokopoulos. Big gust of wind now here, but Edwards has it taken off his foot. Kakaris can't control it, goes out of bounds. Edwards and Edun will work together, but not a lot does Edun have, so he'll go back. Phillips finds the open man. That long ball is the onside, and Mecha is, and he's behind the defender. But Danny Kim able to poke it off the foot as he was ready to line up the shot. So no shot, as in Mecha was behind the defense again, but not able to pull the trigger. Long ball far side. Now Australia with an opportunity. Pulls it back into the 16 and shot, and it's right at Alfie Whiteman. Whiteman up to task at the far side, as that was Nicholas Panetta able to get the shot off, but didn't find the side of the net, and it was a nice easy save for Whiteman. There's Phillips. Ike Ugbo. Here's Wright with the ball for England. Now Phillips. He'll find Holland. England with a couple of opportunities getting around the near side on the corner, but Holland will cut this one inside. Into Edwards. Marcus Edwards onto a right foot. Into Holland. Holland has Russell. Russell trying to tee it up. No, he'll pass it into Nmecha, and Nmecha will turn just inside the penalty area. His shot will go right at Delianov. It's a save for the Australian goalie. Will throw it out wide. And Azani. Australia will slow it down again. Wright will come away with the steal. Here's Ugbo. Davies heads it away for Australia. Throw in for England. Humphreys Grant. A little bit of space. Edwards. Go at the defender and now play it wide to Ugbo. Ugbo onside into the penalty area. Will tee up the right foot. Shot, big save down the near post by Delianov. Wright will chase it down. He'll have it. He'll whiff on the shot, and that ball will roll free. And now Australia will come out the other side. Dangerous opportunity for England. That ball will go out for a throw-in. Here's Ugbo on the far side coming in. He gets it under the right foot. Strikes it hard and strikes it towards the near post. And a save by Delianov, who deflected it out. Australia able to clean up the ball from there. There's E.K. Ugbo. Right midfielder playing a little bit up front. A couple of opportunities today, but we are scoreless. Game 5 of 6 of the Nike International Friendlies for 2014. All part of the U.S. Soccer's Winter Showcase from the Development Academy, U.S. Soccer's Development Academy Winter Showcase. Now Australia, an opportunity. Here's a Minikis. Tackle by Phillips. Takes it off the foot. He'll play it wide to Kyron Stavana. A hint of a rainbow on the far side. Had very light showers that have gone through on a windy day. Still some clouds in the area, so maybe off and on throughout the day as Edwards has it top of the box. He'll tee up a left foot shot and it's blocked. Right into Ugbo, who's in free. This time he comes in and he'll put it in the back of the net. E.K. Ugbo is able to finish that one as that ball came free. And the goal for England has given them the 1-0 lead in the 29th minute. So E.K. Ugbo gets the goal. That ball was played in, I believe it was by Wright. Daniel Wright, number 20, I believe, was able to play the ball in, and Ugbo got the ball and finished it from there. See if we can get that replay coming back a little bit further as we get the kickoff. Let's see, but I believe it came from Wright, but Ugbo definitely finished.
Scored for England in the 29th minute by number 17, E.K. Ugbo, assisted by number 8, Adam Phillips.
We'll check it after.
So now England with the 1-0 lead, looking to add to it. Here's another look at the replay. And it was Adam Phillips who got it in right there. Nice ball. Adam Phillips quickly looked out and was able to find the open man, Ugbo. So the assist goes to Phillips. So Phillips with the goal and assist in the tournament. He got the tying goal against Brazil as that last minute. Wright has the other goal for one of the other goals for England. He has a couple of assists too. So now England with a dangerous opportunity, about 25 yards out. Edwards on the ball with the left foot. Looks like a two-man wall for Australia. Ball put onto the net and diving save by Delianov as he went to the near post. Edwards able to dip that ball over and get it down. There's another look at the shot by Edwards. Was able to get it up and down, and Delianov had to go to the near post to keep it out of the back of the net. But Edwards take this one, also with the left foot. Headed away by Australia. Chasing it down is Holland. He'll get to it for England. Cut inside. It doesn't have a lot of help, so he waits. He'll pull it back. Now back post, headed away by Australia again. Phillips up strong. Kim strong again for Australia, heads it away. Wright will chase it down, and now Edwards has it wide again. He'll play it into Ugbo. Ugbo with the right foot. Saved by Delianov once again. England finding a few holes in the Australian defense, and Ugbo again behind the defense. Here's another look at that as well, as Ugbo gets in, and one time with the right foot, and going down to the near post again is Delianov. Short ball again by England. Edwards plays it into Wright. Now he'll try and touch it for Wright, but it's intercepted by the Australians. Coletti into the corner, looking for help. Speth, this one will deflect. And now Speth and have to just play it back and it will be cleared out. It's Petratos for Australia. Long ball across, that's Panetta who's waiting for it, brings it down with the stomach. Chips it over. Holland, though, helping out Edun, and now Whiteman will just send it out of bounds. So Davies with the throw. That's a handball by Petratos. The ball comes off his thigh into his hand. So England will bring it out of the back. And that ball not good by Solomon. It's intercepted. Australia can't capitalize though, and Whiteman will bring it down with his chest. Here's Edun. Right into the corner, but it's not going to reach Ugbo. It'll be a throw in for England. Australia throw. Had the All-Star game here on this field last night. Under 18s, the red team taking a 2-1 victory against the blue team here as part of the winter showcase. Stop enough for England now. Uses Solomon. England playing a little keep away for now. Ugbo will turn and challenge the defense now. Phillips on the switch. Can it get there? Davies hits it, but it will fall its way to Holland. Holland goes around the defender. And on the left foot, Holland. And now the right foot shot and it deflected up and over save. So Inmacha finds the loose ball coming to him, and Delianov has to go up and over with the deflection. So another corner kick for England. 7 saves in the first half by Delianov as we get another look at this one. And as we said, that ball came off of Edwards and then touched. A nice shot, nice save all around, and Delianov puts that one out. Left foot in swinger, headed up and over the goal. And that was Cameron Humphreys-Grant from his sweeper position. Or was that Suleiman up from the defender position, and he wasn't able to get it down. We've got a couple substitutions now for Australia. Coming out of the game is Azani. He's off, and Dimitrov is on. And Ward is on for Fotokopoulos. So in the 38th minute, a couple of substitutions now for Australia. Australia will play it out short from here. Here's substitution Ward. I'll have it taken off him by Wright.
Substitution in the 38th minute for Australia. Entering the game, number 10, Jamie Dimitrov. Leaving the game, number 8, Daniel Arzani. Also entering the game, number 2, Malcolm Ward. Leaving the game, number 20, Perry Fotokopoulos.
Ugbo, nice touch for Stabana. Stabana tries to play it and it will go off of Australia. Be a throw in for England. It's all a big week here in Bradenton. Around the Thanksgiving holiday and into this Tuesday. He done with the long ball from his keeper. Brings it off the chest. Nice touch for Holland. Holland cuts inside. Back to Edun. Edun's got a body in the front in the box. He tries to hit him, and it's going to be right at the feet of Inmacha now. He'll try and turn. Instead, it comes out here. It's Ugbo. Ugbo has it on his right foot. He'll try and touch it out to Edwards. A nice touch, and Ugbo has it inside the box. Now to Edwards. Left foot shot and an 8 save for the Australian goalkeeper Delianov. That one at him. Is able to control it. As England put another hard shot on net. It's a good look here as Australia couldn't quite get to the ball, and Marcus Edwards finally puts it with the left foot underneath the crossbar, but Delianov able to catch that one and bring it down. Long ball, and not able to run onto that would be Panetta. Knowing the wind was at the back of the ball there. Still 1-0 England. But the last 20 minutes or so, they've really controlled the bulk of play. It's Petratos into Dimitrov. And now Ward. Dimitrov on the right foot, tees it up, blocked. Edun with the block, but the ball will roll out free. Back into Dimitrov again, the overlap at Speth. Ball rolling across, Edun gets there first, clears it away, but it's not out of the box yet. Now Ugbo will take it out, and he's going to dribble out towards the sideline. There's a little bit of space in Australia with a couple of dangerous opportunities, but nothing getting through to Whiteman. It was blocked by the defense. Then Mecha. He's taken down. Davies will be whistled for the foul. Wright takes it quickly for England. Edwards at his feet. Now Mecha again. He and Ugbo miscommunicate, and Australia will get the turnover. Dimitrov. And to Petratos. Petratos drops it back for Menikis. And he'll look at the left foot. Can he get an open shot? No, he tries to get into the penalty area. He does. And his shot will sky over. Menikis took it a long way, and the shot ends up clearing the crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick for the English. So a good look at the replay here as Menikis continued to go, and Australia kept showing him wide, and finally Stabana goes up, and just how much underneath the ball. Too much under. Humphrey Grant finds Holland. Holland's got some space. He'll play it wide to Ugbo. Phillips and Mecha off the chest, waiting for a body to come in. He's got a couple on the back post, doesn't see him. Now Holland on the left foot, pulls it back across, and it's deflected down out of the knee of the Australian defender, Kim. And they'll come out. And Panetta will turn this one over. Right into it, Mecha touches around the defender, but Davies able to get him, and Mecha will be called for the foul. England just picking their passes as they want now over the last few minutes. Here's Edwards on a turn. It's into the penalty area. Kim will chase him down. Edwards goes down, but back up on the ball. Left foot shot, tries to curl it and bend it down. It will go over the crossbar. Be a goal kick for Australia. Never clears the penalty area. England sitting on it, and whether it was wise or not, but it is a re-kick. Does it never clear the area? Australia with a little bit of space on the far side. Back post and open is over the head of Kekaris. And it will be 1 minute of stoppage time. Zach Cross from Kekaris went over the head. Zach Speth with the dangerous opportunity to bring it down. Holland tries to go back to E. Dunn. It will be a throw in for Australia. So Ward throws it into the head of E. Dunn, but he'll earn another throw. Kekaris, no yellow shirts in the penalty area, but there'll be another throw in. Kekaris, but Whiteman will control that with his feet. And that'll be the end of the first half. Well, it started off pretty even off in the first 10, 15 minutes or so. Seeing both teams with a few opportunities. Really saw England take it over for the last 2/3 of the half. They dominate, forcing Delianov to have 8 saves. The rest of the statistics will be coming up for the second half, but halftime action, it will be Australia trailing England 1-0. And we'll get to the second half action. Highlights and everything else coming up. Again, the United States and Brazil will face off at 6 o'clock for the chance to win the 2014 Nike International Friendlies here at the Premier Sports Campus down here as part of the U.S. Soccer's Winter Showcase, the Development Academy's Winter Showcase International Friendlies. So we'll get to halftime. We'll get you the stats. When we come back, second half action coming up. It's England 1, Australia 0 from Bradenton, Florida.
England's gonna have second half. Second half. Subs, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, particularly in this game because, you know, right. This one just trying to get that experience. For sure. Ready for half? And welcome back here to Lakewood Ranch, the premier sports campus. First half actions, England taking an Australia, 1-0 lead over Australia. And we'll get a good look at the highlights here from the first half. Called upon a lot of saves, 8 saves by Delianov as both teams going, and a big save there. One of those 8 saves. A couple of other opportunities here. Looks like England will be changing keepers for now too. It's Ugbo able to get that save again. Get a good look here at Australia's one of their best chances. And here's a good look at the goal by Ugbo. Made his way in. And there's a good look at the young goal scorer. Will be on. England with a couple of subs as we mentioned here. Goalkeeper will be Paul Woolston will come on. And we have William Patching who comes on for Daniel Wright. I believe those may be the only 2 subs. See a lot of the familiar bodies otherwise, both for England as of now. Australia made 2 subs in the first half as well. A big shot from Russell, long way out. But with the wind advantage in this half, England looking to maybe test the goalkeeper Delianov a little bit further in. Here's Coletti. That is another sub for Australia, Jackson Bandiera. They've come on for Speth, we'll verify. England will have the throw. Russell seems to have moved out on the far side on the left. There's Patching on it. Patching was taking the free kicks in the first game. Didn't play in the second one. A nice move by Russell, but he's going to dribble that one over the end line. It'll be a goal kick. As we mentioned for Australia, Jackson Bandiera will come on. Comes on for Zach Speth. So Australia's used 3 of their allotted 6 subs, and England uses 2 at the half. Cameron Joyce also on for Australia. As that ball's over the top, Petratos will be called offsides. And so Cameron Joyce on for Panetta is the short goal kick taken by Paul Woolston.
Halftime substitution for Australia. Entering the game, number 22, Cameron Joyce. Leaving the game, number 17, Nicholas Panetta. Also entering the game,
So there was 2 Australian subs at half.
Leaving the game, number 5, Zach Speth. Halftime substitution for England. Entering the game, number 1.
Long ball played out by Delianov. Tried to touch on by Bandiera. Now there's a Menikis. That's it taken away. And here's Patching. Ball played out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Australia. Make that for England. England in all white, Australia, and of course the yellow and green. Stabana is taken now, played back to the goalkeeper by Suleiman. Woolston misplays that one, and that's going to be right at the feet of Dimitriev. Back into Armenikis, who's in the penalty area. Tries to go, we'll switch it across. That one will go over the foot of Kekaris, who will run it down. Mark there by Teo, he done. Back heel by Kekris allows him to get across and will earn the corner kick. It's only a 1-0 game. England dominated for about 30 minutes in the first half, but only able to put one by, dealing up with a lot of saves. Now to Coletti. Kim will try and go, and now just to play it all the way back is Ward. Now Australia has used 4 of their 6 subs. Patching plays it wide to Stamina. Stamina will go at the defender into Edwards. Edwards will look to make the quick turn. Had an open man, but decides to pull it back inside. Now Dimitriev. There's Bandiera. Coletti. So Australia switches the field. Zermenicus around Russell or Phillips. And Joyce had an man, but wasn't facing that direction, and now Davies will try it. They'll get him out here to Kekris. Kekris inside. Back to Davies. Dimitriev. Take it to the end line. Tries to go run the defender. Stabiner runs him off the ball, gets it. Now we'll play it upfield. Flicked on. And Mecha as it go off of Kim. It'll be a throw in for England. Sabana. Team takes it away, and now it'll be in Mecha. Phillips will run down the ball. He'll be attacking the top of the penalty area. Toe poked away. He'll try and go wide out to Holland. Instead, it will go over the inline. It'll be a goal kick. A turnover for Australia. England will have possession now. And they'll turn it over. Australia now looking to come out the back. That one will go off of Solomon. It'll be a corner kick. Played into the box by Ward. Solomon marking up on Joyce there, but he was a little bit in front of it, and the ball goes off his right foot. It will go out for a corner kick. Armenikas will come over to take it as Australia looks to make their 5th sub. Kim heads it up, and now Coletti looks to one-time that. EK will come down on the foul. Tokic will come in. Here's a replay here of the foul. Ugbo was able to go out and just kind of tripped up by Petritos. Out of the game is Armenikas, and in is Mark Tokic. Australia with 1 sub remaining.
Substitution in the 55th minute for Australia. Entering the game, number 24.
Long ball over the top. Phillips will look at the left foot shot. First time, and it goes wide. Coletti. With a space for Dimitriev. Play it wide, and Edun goes in. It will go off of Teo Edun, who stepped on the ball. Maybe it looked a little bit more reckless than it was, but he did come in and stepped on the ball, and as he went down, ball goes off, it would be a throw-in. Dimitriev, first times across the area, will be cleared out by Solomon. Edwards will run it down. A little bit of space for patching. Nice ball across. Holland with a lot of space. He'll take it towards the penalty area. He'll be cut off by Davies, who will confront him. Holland steps inside. Davies, who would come across, able to toe poke it away. Australia will look to counter, but they don't have numbers at all. So they'll slow it down. Now Ward. Inside. And Australia is now behind the defense. Into the penalty area, cut back, and Joyce will put it into the open net, and Australia gets it from Kakaris. Joyce from Kakaris, and Australia, after being controlled for a long time, has equalized this one at 1. And at that, England will make a couple of subs. Jamal Hector Ingram will come as we get a good look at the replay. And as you can see, Kakaris gets down, pulls it back across, and Kakaris on the run had it, and he pulled it back, and there's Joyce, able to put it into the open net. And Marcus Edwards will come off. Tom Davies will come on. So off for England will be Lucas and Mecha, and Marcus Edwards, and on will be Tom Davies and Jamal Hector Ingram. Ball didn't roll forward on the kickoff, so they'll do it again. But this one all tied at 2 now, or all tied at 1, excuse me. With 2 goals to this game. A.K. Ugbo as it cleared out of bounds. That's cleared out. Throw in for England.
Goal scored for Australia in the 57th minute by number 22, Cameron Joyce, assisted by number 11, Peter Kekaris.
Called for the foul is Jamal Hector Ingram, New substitution for England.
Substitution in the 58th
Australia.
minute for England. Entering the game, number 4,
Now over the
Tom
top, and now
Davies.
Petratos will try
Leaving the game,
and
number
threaten the
10,
defense.
Marcus
Suleiman
Edwards.
comes in late.
Also entering the game,
Petratos had pushed the
number
ball in
19,
front of
Jamal
him,
Hector Ingram.
and
Leaving
Suleiman
the
may
game,
be called
number
for the
9,
foul here. The
Lucas
tackle
Levichuk.
was, and it will be a foul for Suleiman. Esau Suleiman, a good look at the replay as Petratos played it into the corner and over the top and clipping Petratos, and now a caution to number 16, Esau Suleiman.
Yellow card issued in the 59th minute to number 16, Issa Suleiman of England.
Davies wore the captain's armband for England on the first day. Ball's played out of bounds. Hector Ingram into patching. Patching may have been clipped, but as it is, it's not enough for a foul to be a throw-in as it was played out of bounds by Australia. Here's patching. Australia will bring it out their own end. A little bit of space as Tokic mishits that one. Kecker steps on the ball. A couple of errors by Australia, but they're fortunate as that ball rolls to Coletti. Kim will have it taken away from him. Hector Ingram will find Russell or make that Phillips. Davies with a little space into Stabana. Ugbo will have it off the deflection. He's got a little space. He's going to look for an open body in the box. He'll put it towards the back post. It's off the thigh and the left foot shot in the near post, just wide. That was Holland on the shot. Ball played across by Ugbo, and on this you can see Ugbo comes to the loose ball and plays it over to the far post, just clearing the head of the defender. Perhaps Holland not quite ready for it, and it goes off the thigh, and he left foots it into the side netting on the near post for the goal kick. Delianov, England now pushing their pressure towards the penalty area. And Coletti good 1-2 action by Australia. Brings Kakaris into the area, into Joyce. Joyce tries to turn, taken away. Humphrey Grant. And onside, but can he get there, is Hector Ingram. Jamal Hector Ingram goes at the defender in the penalty area, cuts it back on the left, and this will deflect, but it will deflect to Delianov. Tried to cross it, but couldn't get it in. So Danny Kim. Suleiman will read that one, and it will be a free kick for England. Suleiman read it well, and Petratos didn't have much of an option to maybe hold on. It's Holland behind the defender. He'll cut it towards the penalty area. He's got a couple of guys on him. Now he's got it onto his right foot on top of the penalty area. He'll swing it in. It'll be a shot, and Delianov will go down to his knees and make the save. We'll throw it out to Ward on the far side. Of course, 6 o'clock will be the game to determine the champion of the Nike International Friendlies. Brazil and the United States will face off at 6. The United States with 6 points, Brazil with 4. Brazil needing to win. The U.S. would be content with a tie, at least content to the point of being the tournament champion. Jamal Hector Ingram putting some pressure, and they will use Delianov. And now England, who had controlled the better part of the first half, find themselves in a tie now with Australia at 1. Looking to increase the pressure, and whether they did or not coincidentally, they'll get the throw in as Australia will turn it over there on the far side, but England will return the favor. Now it will be a foul on Australia. Free kick. Some of the familiar names that part of U.S. soccer on the men's team now. Let's see, Joe Corona, DeAndre Yedlin, Bill Hamid, Rubio Rubin, all Development Academy and Nike International Friendlies alumni, along with Aaron Johansson and Josie Altidore. And offsides is Jamal Hector Ingram on the far side. So now Australia will take possession. Tokic turns Davies, and Tokic still has it at his feet. They use Dimitriev. Dimitriev didn't see the pressure coming, and now Jamal Hector Ingram will go with the last defender. Davies, Hector Ingram, and it's a big save by Delianov off the right hand, and it'll be cleared out. Jamal Hector Ingram came in one-on-one, could have run the last defender. And by the ball's loose here, we'll look at the replay. There's Jamal Hector Ingram and tried to go back toward the far post, and there's a big hand by Delianov, which kept that one out of the back of the net. But now England puts the ball across, headed out by Kim, and Davies will have it. He's going to send it wide out to Holland. Holland goes inside a Ward. Now he'll try and play it into Ugbo, and the ball is taken away, and Tokic has it for Australia. Kakaris up to Petritos, and it will go off of Petritos, and England will utilize their 5th sub of the game, or 3rd sub. And we'll look at that here. Patching will be coming on for, or Collins will be coming on for Humphrey Grant. That's the 5th sub for England. 5 subs for Australia, each team with 1 left.
Substitution in the 68th minute for England. Entering the game, number 15, Danny Collins. Leaving the game, number 6.
So Danny Collins in for Cameron Humphreys Grant. We've played 67.5 minutes. This one's tied at 1, and Jamal Hector Ingram had the turnover but stepped on the ball, and now Australia will go at the all whites of England today. Looking for Joyce inside. Stepped on is Solomon. Only one player on the field with the caution, and that is Issa Solomon. Collins will poke it away from Joyce. Here's Ward. Here's Bandiera. Petritos on the right foot. Will look to try and curl it around. It will go sky high over the crossbar. Goal kick. Paul Woolston will get an opportunity. A good look here at the English goalkeeper who came on at the half. And Ward will just play it out of bounds with that through ball. And him running back towards his own net. Didn't have much of a choice. Patching now with it for England. Davies possibly forced a turnover in a dangerous spot. Ugbo runs it down into Phillips. Phillips will get it to the open man. That's Kyron Stabana. Stabana out now wide to Holland. Holland on the other side will send this one off of the Australian defender. It'll be a corner kick. Of course, 6 o'clock action will be the United States and Brazil. Looks like Team USA may be arriving now. Be an outswinger here for Phillips. And it went over the in line before curling back in, so it'll be a goal kick. Delianov will look to take the goal kick. England has pushed their pressure up a lot. Ugbo standing on the line there, the penalty area. Australia still able to play it short out of the back. Now they'll look out for Bandiera, who may have been out of bounds. He was. Chested it down. That ball slid out. Foul will be called on Bandiera. Had the shirt grab. Woolston now tries to hit Stabana, who just touches it on. Bandiera will take the throw for Australia. Cameron Joyce a little bit of space. Collins will come up to match him up. Now Patching has it, but it's turned over by Holland. Here's Dimitriev. Jamal Hector Ingram tries to use the speed. He does get around the end. Now he'll pull it back for Ugbo. Onto the right foot, but Ugbo has it poked away. But left foot is Patching, and his shot, well, we'll just say was not close. So the goal kick here. Delianov working on a nice game. Has given up the goal, but double-digit saves now. Most of those saves were rather routine, but had to come up with a couple of opportunities to keep some dangerous English scoring chances out of the back of the net. Now Australia and Petratos had an opportunity, but that pass is intercepted as they try to break that back line. And now Jamal Hector Ingram is given an opportunity to show his speed. He's into the penalty area. He'll cut it back, and now onto the right foot. And there's another one of those routine saves that rolls into Delianov. So Hector Ingram on the shot. Delianov gets it. Looks like we're about prepared for England's last sub. It's Cameron Joyce now on the ball, Australia. It'll roll to Dimitrov. He's got an open man wide left. That's Petritos, who looks to go the left foot. He'll slow it down. Cuts it back on the right foot to the top of the penalty area. Tokic. Look, sliding tackle by Russell will force him to go backwards. And now Ward sends it into the area, and it will go over and be a goal kick. And with that, we'll look at England's last sub of the game. And coming off will be Teo Edun, and on will be James Yates. So Yates for Edun makes sub 6 for England.
Substitution in the 75th minute for England. Entering the game, number 2, James Yates. Leaving the game, number 3, Teo Edun.
75 minutes have passed here. Last few minutes and some space for Stabile. Able to get past Bandiera, and he'll look to play the cross in with the right foot towards the back post. Who's there? It's off the right foot, shot and a goal. Beautiful goal by Jamal Hector Ingram after Kyron Stabile was able to send it over back post. One times it on the volley, and it's now 2-1 England. As England celebrates there, well finished, and that ball sat up nicely for Jamal Hector Ingram. We'll get another look here at the goal as Stabile was able to play the ball on the back post, and it sat up in the wind, and he just puts it down in the side netting on the far post, and it's 2-1 England.
Goal scored for England in the 76th minute by number 19, Jamal Hector Ingram, assisted by number 12, Kyron Stabile.
So England now play it back, pressure put onto the goalkeepers. That's played back from the midfield. And with that win, that ball's going to roll off the foot of Woolston. It'll be a throw-in for Australia. To Petritos. He'll play it over to the back post. There's Kakaris, who got the assist on the first goal for Australia. Now he's down to a knee, still on the ball though. Being marked there by Yates. Yates stands him up, and Kakaris will play it off, and there'll be a corner kick for Australia. Running over will be Jamie Dimitrov. Australia will make that. England will put all the bodies back into the penalty area as Ike Agbo runs from the forward position. One of the taller bodies, but England not to give a release man. Australia with 5 bodies in the penalty area, and England with 11. And heading it out will be Jamal Hector Ingram. Chested down was Tokic, and he'll try and play it in, and the pressure coming out gets Davies. Although England on the outlet pass will turn it over. Here is Kim from his back position, still playing out wide, and this time Bandiera. Now into Coletti. Open man Petritos. Petritos will get it out to Kim. Kim will try and go around in the penalty area. He's got no help. Bandiera will hurry back and try to help him. Now it'll be Petritos again. Tokic. Phillips will take it off of him. Phillips use a little bit of space with Ugbo. And Davies will come across and play that one out. It'll be a throw-in just beyond the England bench. That one's going to go to Patching. Patching on the left foot will curl it in, and Delianov, he'll be right at him. He'll make another save. So the shot by Patching, knocked down by Delianov. Petritos has it for Australia. Going to keep it in bounds, he does, but Stabenow will play it out, and it will be a throw in for Australia. 80th minute. Another throw for Australia. Now Davies. Nice ball out to Bandiera, able to split the defenders from the midfield position. But Bandiera can't connect with Tokic. So Kyron Stabenow is found down deep, and it'll be a free kick for England. Here's Woolston. Send it up towards over the head of Ugbo. That's going to roll out of bounds. And England will defend from here. Patching and Davies try to work together. Ugbo, though, comes onto it. Australia able to keep it in and play it off of England. Be a throw in for the yellow. Yates on the far side for England. He and Holland will work together. They'll use Collins as an outlet. Collins aggressively going at the defense. Ugbo will try and run it down, forcing Bandiera to play it out, and it'll be an England throw. Another throw for England. Into Ugbo. Phillips into Stabenow. Play it out to Hector Ingram. Final few minutes of this game, we're scheduled well beforehand, but as it turns out, more than likely for third place, although I guess technically England could get second based upon goal differential, but that seems far-fetched right now. England, if the results held, would be -1 right now with 4 points. Brazil would have 4 points, but they're +4. So unless the United States were to win by 5. And those two teams have been pretty evenly matched. Last year, the United States won 4-1 as a foul free kick for England. But this year, Brazil has a couple of results positive against the U.S. as England will just play it around. Brazil back in August 10th in Mexico City won 2-0. Cutting inside is Holland. Holland's got a little help to Hector Ingram. He'll backheel it to him. Hector Ingram. Just play it back to Stabana, who now will just keep possession. That one played in and was collected by the Delianov, the Australian goalkeeper. We will play it short. Will Pulisic got the start in that Brazil game in Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. Brazil winning 2-0 on August 10th. And then just a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, November 20th, Brazil winning 4-3 down in Talca, Chile. Kevin Silva got the start, but Will Pulisic came in at half. Haji Wright got 2 of the 3 goals, and Christian Pulisic 1. As Jamal Hector Ingram able to run down and win this one off the shoulder, it will roll out of bounds and be a throw-in for England. And with that 4-3 result, of course, Wright and Pulisic are 2 of the finalists for the young athletes of the year. As we see the shoulder charge here, Delianov goes down, and he's up now, but that was just kind of the collision. It will be a throw-in. Australia still has 1 sub remaining. Here's Stabana. Cuts it inside. Into Ugbo. Ugbo will look to turn. Good individual work, but he's still on the ball. He'll dribble out wide. Use Hector Ingram. And it'll be another throw in for England. England working the clock with the 1-goal lead. Almost a turnover, and it is. Running down as Holland. Can he keep it in? He does. Into Patching. Patching will split the defenders, and now into the penalty area. Patching going at the goalkeeper. Will look to cut it back. He does, maybe a little bit too far, and Delianov forced the longer pass. Phillips tries to one-time it. Said it goes in. Davies, though, will get the header, and back to Phillips, who will now play it wide over his head. That's Holland again. He'll try and work with Yates out wide. Yates now has it. He'll look to cross it. Headed away by Kim. Jamal Hector Ingram will get to it for England. And much like the first half, towards the last half hour, where England controlled the ball and controlled play, they're doing so again. Although Sullivan will be called for the foul here. Sullivan does have the caution. I don't think we'll see anything. It was kind of more of a shirt grab, but kind of a dangerous situation for England. Now Australia running out of opportunities, but has the ball again. Kakaris. Now it's Tokic. He'll try and flip it up and over. Headed away by Sullivan. Ball's free, and Yates will send that one long. Coletti's pass does not connect with Dimitrov. Will be a throw in for England. Now Australia. Once again, Davies, though, will poke it away. Patching. Will be whistled for the foul, and now Coletti will dribble forward. Pass doesn't get around Yates, and Yates tests him. Ugbo is offsides. when that ball was played back from the defensive line. It may not have looked like it by the time the ball got to him, but Ike Ugbo, you see him score the first goal, but offsides in that opportunity. Now here's Davies crossing midfield for Australia. Jamal Hector Ingram will stop it on. It will go out of bounds. 89th minute or 90th minute. I understand it will be 3 minutes of stoppage time. There's Petratos. Will go off of Stabana. Karen Stabana got the assist on what right now would be the game-winning goal, but Takic might want to try and change that. He's got a little bit of space, although his pass cannot connect with Kekaris, and England will look to come back. 4-on-3, but that pass intercepted by looking for Yates. So England perhaps out of position with their left back trying an overlapping run, but Dimitrov and Australia have it to go a little slower. Takic able to turn. Phillips now seems to be banged up, and it will be a free kick for Australia. About 30 yards out or so. Davies went down. And here's a good look at the replay of this. You see Phillips is a little hurt. Takic goes in and going up high on that. Perhaps getting the ball, but the foot came up and through, and that's why the free kick for Davies. So there are 3 extra minutes. We just hit 90. So with those 3 minutes, Australia might be the last opportunity. We'll see where the wall's set, but it's going to be about 30 yards out. And it might be Holland will probably get at least a talking to. 2-1 England. They're going to mark the wall off. Dimitrov and Kekaris are over the ball. Go right on the 18-yard line, so it is 28 yards out. Petratos trying to set it up as well. Kekaris very confidently on the ball, so it appears it will be Kekaris, although he's having a conversation with Petratos. Curled up and off the crossbar. Ball is free. Up high and headed down, but not out. That ball, Kekaris was able to curl it down, but it did not dip and off, and it was off the bar. Now here's Petratos, back post. Headed away by Yates. Flipped on by Patching, and a little bit of space, and Holland might just try and dribble it a long way into the corner. He's marked there by Davies, and he's just going to continue moving on to the corner ball, though he'll cut into the box as they give him a little bit of space. So now Cameron Joyce. Ward. Australia is going to be running out of time here, but England good pressure, forcing them to go back towards their own goal. Despite them trailing by 1. Dimitrov, Petratos. Suleiman has it. Suleiman. And he works it hard and able to get it. Ugbo has it, turns, nothing in between him and the net. He'll cut it back across and now cleared away. Not out, doesn't stay in bounds. So perhaps final few seconds, although with that stoppage in play, we might get a little bit longer. Here is Cameron Humphreys-Grant, and it's going to go to Stabana. Stabana will try to find a little bit of space. He'll flip it up to Patching. Just holds it in the corner. Although it will go, no, it's still in. Patching to Davies, Davies to Phillips. Phillips on his right foot will shot. Another save by Delianov. And that will be the time, with England earning a 2-1 victory against Australia and putting themselves at 4 points in the standings. Australia, after their 4-0 defeat on the first game against Brazil, has two 2-1 losses against the United States and England. They'll fall to 0-3. As we mentioned England 4 points, and now tied with Brazil in the standings, but Brazil with a +4 goal differential and England with a -1.
And the final score
So that is a final 2-1. We're going to be, as we mentioned, the United States did arrive, and in about an hour away or so, we'll have the United States and Brazil, which will be at 6 p.m. as part of the winter showcase here at the U.S. Development Academy here for U.S. Soccer. And, of course, it's here at the Premier Sports Campus. We'll have that on U.S. Soccer, but we do have some highlights here from today's action. Let's get a good look at those. We'll come back with some final stats. You can see here was the Australian goal in the second half, and Cameron Joyce knew what to do when that ball came down. Kakaris pulled it back, and there's Joyce taking the open net. And despite England with controlling the play for much of the game, had that. Here's another English shot. We had an opportunity, and it went just wide as that was Holland on the far post. Another big save by Delianov, was able to get the hand out, and Australia is able to clear it. Here is one that came off the crossbar right there at the end. It would have tied the game up. But here is the goal. The look, Stabina sent it to the far post, and a nice finish. First time Hector Ingram, Jamal Hector Ingram, was able to take that ball just out of the air, right foot, and put it back where it came from. And that was the difference in the game. And England is your 2-1 victor here today against Australia. So as I mentioned, that put them at 4 points. Final stats for the game today. England with 26 shots, Australia with 11. Of those 26 shots, 15 were on net. Only 2 for Australia were on net. 1 save for the England goalkeeper. 13 saves for Delianov. He played the whole game. Corner kicks, 5 for England, 5 for Australia. 9 fouls committed by England, 12 by Australia. And England was whistled offside twice, where Australia was once. So that is the action today here for the early games. We'll start about 10 minutes prior to 6. We'll have the United States and Brazil, and what essentially is a rematch of last year's ended up being final. It's a round robin. It just so happens to be the final game will determine the champion of the Nike International Friendlies. So for everyone here right now, we'll talk to you in about an hour on ussoccer.com from Lakewood Ranch.